welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you who are new here, hello, hi. My name is Chloe Janelle and this is my second YouTube video. Before we get into today's video, can I just say, for those of you who watched my first one and right the way through, honestly, thank you so much, because it was a really lengthy one. I didn't plan on it being so, but I think I just got really excited to show you literally every single item I picked up recently. For those of you who are new here and obviously haven't seen my first video, please go check that out, but only after we're done here today. Now for today's video, I have to be entirely frank with you guys. This was supposed to be a Christmas / New Year festive inspired outfit haul. And then London, where I'm based, went into lockdown not long before Christmas. And then shortly after that, we had this whole national lockdown, which kind of threw a spanner in the works. And essentially I was second guessing whether it was even worth filming this and putting it out if no one was going to be celebrating in a normal fashion. Well, for those of you who are actually following the lockdown rules, that is. But after umming and ahhing and deliberating for about a couple of weeks or so, I'm finally here filming for you today. In typical Chloe fashion, we are fashionably late, but better late than never. Honestly, it gives me the perfect excuse to get a little bit glam, play dress up at home, which I love doing anyway. And then I guess for you guys, it gives you some sort of inspiration for when we are allowed out. Oh, another thing, I've thrown a wild card in the mix. For me, 2021 is all about stepping out of my comfort zone, trying out new things, hence this YouTube channel actually. And I definitely wanted to embody that in this video. So I picked up an item that I wouldn't normally gravitate towards, but I definitely wanted to try out for the purpose of trying new things. So stay tuned for that and do not skip. Okay, so now I'm just conscious that I'm rambling on a little bit and this is going to be a completely drawn out introduction. So before I bore you all to death, let's just get straight into the Zara out haul. First up, we have this gorgeous blazer dress. Now, I already have so many blazers, as I think I've already mentioned, and the ones that I do have, I often wear them as dresses on their own, just to give me another outfit option and another wear out of that item. And even though my legs are quite long, I still feel like I can get away with it. But when I saw this one on the Zara website, I think it was titled blazer dress, so straight away I knew it was going to be an appropriate length. However, when it first arrived, the first thing that struck me actually was the quality of it. It's in its really thick, luxurious feel, and I think that just helps keep the structure of the blazer itself. So I'm just going to walk you through it from top to bottom. Up top we have these shoulder pads, which I think helps to accentuate your shoulders a little bit, broaden them out, and I think it just suits the style of having a structured blazer. This blazer is double breasted, so it has these gorgeous large lapels that fall into the button area. So I fastened myself in here behind the scenes, that's what you can't see, and then here we have these buttons on show, and what that does, it just helps to bring in your waist a little bit more and accentuate that region. And then obviously the lower half is almost like a straight line skirt, it just falls down. But needless to say, my favourite part of the dress, which you've probably already guessed, as you can see, there are these gorgeous tassels, almost in a silver beading effect, draping down the leg. And if that wasn't enough, they all fall at varying lengths. So what that does is creates this curved shape, and I think that's just such a nice added statement. Just when I think that I own every single variation of a blazer there could possibly be, Zara go and pull out another one. Also, anything with tassels on reminds me of 1920s, roaring 20s, that whole Great Gatsby kind of theme. It just reminds me of like doing the most, living life to the max. But then with this black blazer, it's in a really subtle, understated way. Okay, now here we have the jumpsuit of dreams in this full length velvet jumpsuit, which has given me all the 70s vibes. I don't think I own much velvet, but it's a really nice dressy material. But when I saw this on the website, I just thought, what a nice, clean, sophisticated look. So I had to grab it. So this one is obviously black velvet throughout, which I think really works. I think velvet kind of works when it's your blacks, your navy blues, or even your reds. I don't know if it's because they're all dark in palette. Up top we have this gorgeous v-neck neckline. Now you guys know I love a good v-neck. I think they're super feminine, and it kind of leaves your chest area, your collarbones, décolletage I think it's called, I don't know, area exposed, and it just means that you can really play around with your accessories. I've got a little necklace on for you today. This one's from my girl Vicky, shout out to you. But you can even play around with it a little bit more. So I could have paired it with a longer necklace maybe, and then you would have had the two necklaces and the v-neck in parallel to each other, which I think would have been stunning. And also, side note, I feel like accessories can really make your outfit super unique. So it's really hard for other people to kind of carbon copy how you've accessorized an outfit. So that's just a little tip. And then in the waist area, you have this really beautiful ruching. You also have it on the shoulders as well. And I think they really complement each other in the most slight way. It's got these lovely long sleeves as well. I think it probably could have worked sleeveless, but for the sake of it is winter and we do want to keep ourselves warm while we do our fashion, I think the long sleeves work. This jumpsuit is actually giving me all the 70s vibes, the ABBA vibes. I feel like I need to have Dancing Queen playing in the background. Yes. So while I wear this jumpsuit, I'm going to be embodying that 17-year-old Dancing Queen. Next we have this absolutely insane satin midi dress. I love my satin dresses, my slip dresses. I have so many different colours, but my black ones especially are really plain. And then I saw this one with this almost silver diamante detail on the arm straps and then around the chest area. I don't know if I've actually ever seen one like this before. It's in this really small silver beading, which feels really delicate and fragile. I hope I don't snap it. I just think it's really stunning and really elevates a super basic satin dress. The only bad thing about it is you just can't adjust the straps, there's nothing to tighten it. So for me even, it just feels a little bit loose. For some of you smaller girls, it will probably be even looser. Right, another thing that's a little bit different for me, I don't usually wear anything cut out because sometimes I think it can look just a little bit tacky. But I think for this one, for some reason it works. So you've got this cut out region here and then obviously that diamante detail. I don't know why I keep on saying diamante, it's probably not. And I think that's probably why it works. It kind of draws your attention to this region, this silver bling, with that added little touch. And then it has these little triangular cups for your boobs to sit in, which I think works if you've got smaller to maybe average boobs. But for those of you who have larger boobs, I just feel like you're going to be spilling all out of them. As I mentioned, this is midi length, so it falls down to, I would say, mid-calf, which is super classy. And then at the back of the dress there's this lovely long slit which just makes it super easy to walk in. I think this is a stunning dress in theory. It just needs maybe a little bit more tweaking, the arm straps, etc. So I might need my tailor to help me out with that. So here I have another midi dress for your head tops, but this one is sequined. And again, I don't think I have anything in sequined material because it can sometimes look a little bit tacky, but hear me out. When I saw this on the website, it was kind of giving me Jessica Rabbit vibes, but in black, so I thought I'd give it a go. However, when I showed it to my friend, she said that I look like I'm dressed to go to a Christmas party. So that kind of burst the bubble of that vision, but I need you to just envision Jessica Rabbit for the purpose of this try on. So again, it has this beautiful v-neck, which you know I love, and then on one side you've got buttons going up, but you don't have anything on the other side to fasten them, so it's just for the whole aesthetic. You can't actually practically do them up. And then it falls into this draped material, which almost looks like you've tied it at the waist, like a Dion von Furstenberg, I probably butchered that, but a DVF wrap dress. And then again, you know I love a bit of asymmetry, so on one side it falls down to midi length, and then on the other side there's a gorgeous slit going up the leg. And again, on one side of the slit there's the button detail, on the other there's obviously nothing, so I think it's just a nod to the buttons up here as well. The collar and also the cuffs are in this satin material, which I think works great because there's no way it could have been in sequins as well. That would have been doing way too much. So I actually think this is a few dresses in one. Just hear me out. Up top you've obviously got the collar detail and then the kind of shirt buttons, which looks a little bit like a shirt dress, and then in this region you've got the draping, almost like the wraparound wrap dress, and then of course it falls down to midi length and it does have a slit, so it kind of just has everything in one. Again, I think it's super sophisticated, but let me know what you think. Is it Christmas party or Jessica Rabbit vibes? Now, I wanted to feature something for those of you who may not like to show too much skin, but still wanted to feel comfortable, feel put together and ready to go out in. So I thought this trouser top combination would be the perfect fit. Now, I think asymmetry is a perfect way to make a subtle statement without doing too much. So on one side, you obviously have these lovely long sleeves, and then on the other, it's completely sleeveless. I also really like this rounded neckline, if you would call it that. Something that you probably can't see, and I definitely couldn't see online, so I'm going to have to pan in a little bit just so you can get a closer look. But on the website, this looked entirely black. It's in this lovely ribs fabric, which is super stretchy by the way, but down each of the different ribbed lines is this gorgeous silver threading, which almost gives this shimmer effect. I'd actually be really interested to see how this photographs. As I mentioned, this is a bodysuit, and I decided to pair it with these cigarette trousers, which I featured in the last haul. It has this thick satin waistband, and then it also has a satin piping down the side of the leg, which is super nice. I have paired this with a pair of strappy heels, and I think with a nice little clutch bag, you're good to go. Finally, we have the ultimate wild card. I actually feel like a little disco ball in this. This is very different for me, something that I wouldn't necessarily normally gravitate towards. And I don't know if you noticed in some of the other outfits I've shown you, when my top half is on show, I usually have my bottom half covered up, and then vice versa. So when my bottom half is on show, I have my top half covered up. But for this outfit, I feel like everything's on show. Also, another thing that I don't usually try is anything halter neck, just because I don't think it really complements my shape and physique. But to hell with it, I thought, why not give it a go? So this is a halter neck mini dress in these really small, minuscule, glittered sequins. So you've got the material at the top wrapping around your neck to form the halter neck. And one thing I do like about this actually, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, or I just haven't put it on properly, but you don't have a lot of cleavage on show. So while you've got your arms out and your legs out, they've actually covered up your chest area, which is quite nice. Another thing is the colour. Now you probably noticed, but a lot of the outfits I've shown you already were all in black. I don't usually wear a lot of colour, and when I do, I prefer to opt for maybe one bold statement colour. In here, we've got pink, yellow, green and blue merged together. It's almost giving me mermaid vibes. Also, I don't know if you can see this on screen, but there's ruching all the way down the body, and you know I love a bit of ruching, and it is mini length. I actually think this is a perfect rave kind of dress. I'm not a raver, but for those of you who are, this might be the one for you. I don't know if I'm feeling it, guys. I just feel like it's very different. I mean, you tell me, what do you think? Do you think it's nice? Not nice? I think I'm just so used to wearing blacks as well. The fact that it's such a colour, I don't know. But in the essence of trying out new things, I had to pick it up. Who knows actually, by the end of the year, after trying out so many different things, I might have an entirely new style. Stay tuned for that. I will of course leave all the different links to the various items in the description box below. Let me know what you think, but my feet are officially burning me and I've got to go. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Honestly, I love putting these videos together for you. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite outfits were, and also what your favourite outfits were on me, because I always like to hear a second opinion. I know being able to go out is in the distant future. We have no idea when we're literally going to be able to, but I just feel like this is just fun, and it's nice to get dressed up and remind ourselves of the times that we did go to the club or dinner Also, like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on, just so that you're notified when I next release my video, because honestly, I have so many different videos planned out this year, so many cards up my sleeve. They're not going to all be fashion related, so even if you're not a fashion guy or girl, I feel like there will be something in store for you, so do stay tuned for that. But with all of that said, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I can't speak. Sorry, I need to catch my breath. All that walking, all that posing takes a lot of energy out of me. Welcome back to my channel. Oh.